I got my boards here, and I got 5 good coats of oil on these things. And now we're just getting ready to put these things on. We're going to put these things on, bolt those down, and the boards are ready to come on and go onto our seats, and basically bolt them down, and our seats are going to be done. We got 3 of these to put on. We got hardware here, bolts and nuts. Let's get to it. My boards are done here. I got my front pieces on, got them bolted down on the back, and then on the other one, same thing on this one. I got it bolted down on the back. I also went ahead and put on 2 of these. I can't remember what they're called right now. T-bolts maybe? T-nuts? Something like that. And they're on the back side too. And I'll show you what we're going to use them for here in a second. We're going to go ahead and put these boards on and bolt them down in the boat. That'll work. Alright, so here's my front one here. It's already looking better. We're going to be using carriage bolts, flat washers, a regular nut, and a lock washer to hold these down. And I got holes drilled a couple different places around here. So I'm going to go ahead and knock these things in, and take a ratchet and socket, tighten them down. I've got all my boards on here, and they're bolted down. And I got my, naturally, my swivel seats mounting brackets on there. Everything's bolted down with lock washers, flat washers, and carriage bolts. This is the back one. The back one sticks up is like twice as wide as the rest of them. So the only thing I haven't put on back here is there's a bracket that goes on here. That slides on over top this piece of wood, and this bracket here hooks to the bottom and then bolts into the side of them holes right there. The reason I haven't put that bracket on is I didn't get bolts. I forgot to get bolts and nuts for that piece there. So I just got to run up to the store, buy some bolts and nuts, put that on, and that will be done. The only other thing we got to hook up are these things here. They haven't been hooked up yet. So I'm going to go ahead and take the 4 bolts. And this is the ones where the T-nuts are down inside there. I don't know if you can see that or not, probably not. But the T-nuts are on the back side of this piece of plywood on all 4 of them. I'm going to go ahead and take the bolts, which are right here, flat washer, and put them down there and tighten them down. And this is pretty much done. Let's go ahead and do that. I got right there and right there. They're both bolted down. The ones in the front you can't see, they're right up here, but all 4 are bolted down. So these seats, well, the plywood that goes under the seats and the swivel seats themselves are pretty much done. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 of the swivel seats and just put them on, just so you guys can see what they look like. So that's one of the swivel seats there. I got 3 of them. Well, I got 2 of them. But the other one's still in the storage building and I really can't dig it out right now. So you get the idea. That's what the back one looked like. If we go ahead and move it up to the middle one. Looking like that. So yeah, that's what they look like. They're pretty comfortable seats. Whenever I first got the boat and stuff, they're really comfortable to sit in. And you know, I got one more, but the back of it broke, so I'll probably just go replace it, buy a new one that kind of matches these 2, and we should be good to go. So that's going to do it for replacing the plywood, replacing the seats. And now, you can see back here, I got a Mercury 7.5 horsepower motor. Let's go take a look at that and see what's wrong with it and see what we need to do to get it running. This is a 7.5 horsepower Mercury motor. Let's figure out how to get this thing off. It's been a while. Oh, here we go. So it's not bad inside of it. I do think this fuel line here is going to need replaced. Let me zoom in here for you. You guys can see what I'm trying to look at here. So this is the fuel line here, and it runs across, oh, where does it run to? Over to this thing here, comes in, runs across and hooks into the carburetor. So we might replace the fuel line. It's not in super bad shape. And then naturally we're going to get a new fuel line from this to the fuel tank, which I don't know what happened to the fuel tank. It was here before and it's gone now, so I might have to buy a new one of those too. I remember taking it off, but I just don't know where I put it at. But this carburetor is definitely going to have to come off and get cleaned out. No doubt about that. We got coils back here, 2 plug wires here, and then in the back side here, there's 2 spark plugs. I think they're pretty much brand new. Last time I put them on, we'll take them out and check those, see what's going on. This is a, I don't even know what that is there. I'm going to go ahead and crank this thing over a little bit, just to show you that it's not locked up, and that it should be pretty easy to get running. So like I said, last time I tried this, it turned over and everything. So it's not locked up or anything like that, you know. This is your forward and reverse. So that's forward, that's reverse. I believe that's how that goes. This is a stop switch here. They said that'll kill the engine. Your choke's right here, and that works. So I think the first order of business is disconnect this fuel line, take this carburetor off, and basically clean it out. And then the next thing would be naturally hook up a gas line, put some fuel in it, and see what we can get. Maybe pull these spark plugs out and confirm that they're good too. Other than that, it should fire right up once we do that. And we got to make sure that we got water circulating through it to cool it down. When I first got it, I had to replace, I don't know what it's called, but there's a rubber fin inside there that whenever the motor turns over, it brings water up out, circulates water through the system, and drops it out a hole on the back side over here. That keeps the engine cool. Okay guys, that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, I wanted to get this stuff done in the last video, didn't get around to it. On this motor back here, wherever, we're going to pull that carburetor off, we're going to get that thing cleaned out, and we're going to get this motor running because I want to do some fishing. If you like videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. Like this video, share this video, go into the comment section, tell me what you think, and thanks for watching. It's like, yeah, all day long.